We're back to using Restream to try and see if we can get this working, because that other one did not work. Yeah. Welcome. Okay. Welcome everybody. Just welcome to this live. I'm trying to multitask as I normally do. Um, welcome. Yeah. So if you're interested in anything to do with the NHS, please stop by and stay. Yeah, I should have scheduled this live, but I was thinking I was gonna do like a YouTube kind of only live tonight, but it seems not to be working. I don't know. I don't have any viewers through that process. Ah, so just waiting for people to come. Mm. Stop by. Come on, don't be shy. Come in and don't leave. Mm. One of my friends are live. A couple of my friends are live. Oh, Kara, Betty, and Alexa on fire. Okay. Kara, Betty as guest. I don't want to invite her. No, don't worry about it. She's on our live. I'm on my live. I don't know what's going on today. Everywhere seems so quiet. Or is everyone out shopping? Maybe that's what it is. Everyone seems to be out shopping. Yeah. Maybe everyone is shopping. So yeah. So what's going on? What's going on, people? What's going on? Come on, let's share the live. Let's share. Let me share it on my page actually. On my status. Yeah. Oh, welcome. Who is that? Sammy. Hi, Sammy. Welcome. Are you looking for an NHS role? Are you looking for an NHS job? If you're looking for an NHS job, you're in the right place. I currently work in HR, so I help people with understanding the whole processes from start to finish. So, in terms of you knowing how to write your supporting statement properly, what to say in interviews, and things like that, yes, this is the right place for you to be. So, welcome. So, this stream is about NHS jobs, people looking for roles in the NHS and all that. So if that's what you're interested in, yeah, please stay around. Yeah. Yeah. Hi everybody. Welcome. Hello. Hello. Hi DJ Soto. Welcome. Are you looking for a role in the NHS? If you are, if you're looking for a role in the NHS, just stay. Hi Gift. Long time. How are you? Oh, thanks. Hi, Gift. My one friend that always comes down for my lives. Mm. Welcome, welcome. Good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Oh, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So everyone should come in. Come in, guys. Come in, come in, come in. Come in. Don't be shy. Thanks for the hearts. That would help the live reach more people. That will help the live reach more people. Yeah. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Does anyone have any question? Oh, it's just your gift. So it's not like anyone. So yeah. Welcome, welcome people. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Hi, Gift. How is Gift is gone. Hiya, everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I think I might as well just do something else. Hello, Gift, you back. How is the application going? How is your applications going? Let's stay on. If you have any questions, just drop it down and I'll be able to answer you. So yeah. I was really hoping for a very successful live tonight. J for hell. Hello. Oh. I for me. Hi Kemi. And thanks for leaving. Welcome everybody. Facebook, what is going on as well? Yeah, because I actually have another class. Mm. Hello, everybody. Does anybody have any questions? The reason why I'm looking down here is because I have my laptop with me. So I'm trying to answer some stuff for my other clients while I'm here waiting for people to join. But I'm not seeing anyone having any questions that have asked me. I'm fine, Gift. I'm very well, thank you. Oh, no one has sent me any messages or had any questions. So if you don't have any questions, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave because I have other stuff to do. I actually even have another class this evening. Mm. Hello. Hello, everybody. Gibbs, thank you. I know you're really trying to. Yeah, I think I was live last on Tuesday. Last week, Tuesday. I was live on Tuesday. Yeah, and the reception on Tuesday wasn't great because a lot of people didn't join. Like today, it was very quiet. People were not really engaging with the whole live. Then I was trying. Actually, tell a lie. I think it was on Wednesday. I came live. Last, no, it wasn't. I didn't come on Tuesday. It was on Wednesday. I came last on live. And I've been going through my stuff since then. So yeah. Um yeah, yeah, yeah. So do you have questions? Oh Lord. Does anybody have questions? I don't know. I think I should call it a night because no one seems to want to engage with this live. And like Gift said, it's been a while I've been here. So yeah. What's happening on Facebook and YouTube? Let me see. Okay, yeah, I need all this stuff opened. Mm, I don't my copilot on. Let's see. Robert, yeah. Who is here? Lizzie and Yemzi. Hi Yemzi. Hi Lizzie. Hi Skills a person. Hi Shagan. So this live, I'm thinking I might end it. I'm thinking I might end it because people are not seeming to engage, and I don't just want to be on live for being on live sake. Yeah. Hi people. Gifts. Yeah. I did tell you I was doing a discount for this month. I think it's 10% now. 10% discount on my consultancy services. So if you want me to help you with your supporting statements or if you have an interview coming up, send me a private message on here, on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere. I think I'm all over the whole place. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So yeah. So yeah. People seem to be coming, staying for a bit, then leaving. Gift, I think you're the only one really tapping on my screen, really, and I appreciate you a lot. I do. I really do. I really, really do. More than you can even imagine. So yeah, thank you. Um, even on Facebook, yeah. Oh, Lord, I'm just trying to get everything sorted out as soon as possible. Okay, it's been how many minutes? I would do. We'll wait for 1 more minute or maybe maximum 5 more minutes. And if people don't engage, then I'm gonna have to leave the gift. Yeah, I'm just. I think my lives. I don't know what's going on with my lives nowadays. It's not been responding to how I wanted to respond. It's not been responding. So yes, thank you for following. Thank you so much for following me. I appreciate it. So this live is about NHS jobs, trying to get hired in the UK, interview tips, writing your supporting statements, and I also do HR consultancy as well in terms of employee relations. So yes, those are all the branch of things that I do. So from helping you to I don't really advertise it. I don't know why. From helping you with your disciplinaries, grievances, um, what is that? From disciplinary grievances, all those kind of stuff. Yeah, I help with that. So yeah, I don't know. I really tried to plan this live properly for today because I normally come on Mondays and I should have put out stuff that I was going to be here on Monday again. So I normally come on Mondays and I don't know why people are not being receptive for today. We normally see at least 10 people, 12 people, 14 people on the live. I'm not such a very popular live content creator and all that, but I do tend to have some following a bit. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I think I said I was going to wait for another 5 minutes before I check out. And check out. There's no one on Facebook. Oh, that's so sad. I'm also trying to grow my Facebook account as well. I just realized I just neglected it. I didn't even do anything on that page. So I'm trying to grow that page as well. Find a way to bring out the bud to write, ask me about anything. NHS. Gifts. Me and TikTok are not friends. I'm not very savvy. What's this? I'm not very savvy with technology. Let me see if I can bring out the board. Because how do you bring it out? Um Draw and guess. Is it draw and guess? Let me see. Oh no, not draw and guess. Um Poll votes. Great votes in comments. Nope. AI wallpaper, playbook, goodie bag. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Treasure board, viewers' wishes. Add up to 6 performance options for viewers to choose from by sending them correspondence. I don't even know what that is. I'm trying. Gift, do you know where it is? Because I don't know where it is. Lightning Q&A. I don't know where it is, gift. I don't know how to do it as well. I think I'm going to go and try and learn from someone that uses this thing a lot to try and see how I can write stuff because I've been trying to write stuff on my phone as well, and I never know how to do it. That's the thing. What's this? Quick invites. That's to bring people up. That's the basket. This is to share. Pin a notice. Oh, boards. I think I found it. Okay. AI boards. Use board to highlight key information view. Um. This is good. Okay, let's try that. Even though this is a man. I don't have any paid partnership. Is that it? I think I got it. Maybe. Okay, I think that's it. Why did I even find it? Why did I find it? I can't remember where I found it now. Oh yeah, I think it was here. I found remember where I found it now. I think this oh I think I'll use this one instead. Oh, thank you, Gift, for giving me that idea. I appreciate it. So hopefully we'll stay for another um 5-10 minutes. If that oh, I even forgot about you. If that works, hopefully then I can stay on a bit longer. That's even my side. Oh, sorry. I was trying to fix. Someone is actually joined on YouTube. I was trying to fix. Was trying to fix my TikTok page. Streaming on multiple. Streaming on multiple platforms. Yes. What? Go and eat here. Okay. So welcome, Manis. How did I even say your name? Shamurali? Manse Shamurali. I hope I didn't really mess it up. Sorry about me pronouncing your name badly. Um, okay, the first question is, have I already gone through the tips? You just joined now. I haven't gone through the tips yet. Well, I have in a previous video, but today's one I'm just gonna go through some stuff on it. Not really details about interview. I'm gonna kind of go through it as a general stuff today as well. And so I'm gonna go through it shortly because I was gonna leave. I'm sorry about it. Oh my goodness. I know I destroyed your name. I'm really sorry about that. So for TikTok viewers, I'm speaking to someone on YouTube. So yes. Okay, so your next question was, do I work as HR in the NHS? Yes, I work in the HR department in NHS. I've worked in HR for the last 10 years or more in the NHS, but I also have private experience as well. Private sector experience. So yes, not just NHS. I also have civil service as well experience. So yes, it's a lot of experiences. So this is my email address. Resources. I'm going to pin my email address to the page. I'm going to pin it here in Facebook. YouTube, I can pin for more than I think a minute. On TikTok. I can pin for more than a minute on TikTok. So yes, if you need my email address, is the human resources playbook at gmail.com. And yeah, okay. So your next question was okay, that's okay. Okay. So we can quickly go through the what's it called? NHS job tips in terms of trying to apply for a role in the NHS. So what I say to people that are Hi, 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 hi. Hello, welcome, 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 welcome. Hi, Karen. It's welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, so I think I'm just checking what's going on TikTok as well. Bear with me one moment, and I'll start. I'll start. Oh, what did I do? Oh. Did you want to come up, or did I invite you by accident?
Not really, but I could stay for a few minutes.
Thank you so much. As in, I was just swiping up. I was trying to move the screen. Then I don't know what I've done. I kind of don't really understand how to use this
You need to
TikTok.
make your box bigger.
Oh my goodness.
So click on the guest icon down your screen.
Yeah.
Your name, you'll see a bracket in front of your name. Just tap on that bracket to make yourself bigger.
That way. I mean, I'm learning TikTok management little by little.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. TikTok is always very, I don't know. I think I need to come on it more and play around with some of the
Yeah, the more you use it, the more you just discover things.
yes. I just found out how to use boards today. I don't know if my board is still showing in terms of
No, it's not.
oh my goodness. Well, I just figured it out today. I was in a couple of minutes ago. Okay, I think I've gotten it again. I think I'm gonna go again. Behind the NHS interview panel. Oh.
It was showing before you invited me.
Yeah. Oh goodness, I can't
It
even
was
see.
showing, so maybe because you brought up guests, so it disappeared.
Yeah.
You just put it back.
Have I put it back?
No.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to do. I don't even know how to leave this guest place. How do I leave the guest place? I was coming YouTube. I'll answer you. Don't worry.
Okay, so you can tap on the guests, and where you see me, just you see an X, like remove.
Okay.
So once you remove me, you go back.
Okay. I'll just tap on. Then I will not be able to hear everything you're saying. So tell me everything I need to do.
If you tap on your guests
Yeah.
at the top, like to remember, you will see your template. So you could actually reduce the boxes, so you don't have so much boxes.
Okay.
You will see the that same place where you clicked now, that guest. If
Yeah.
you go up, you will see the. Is it template? It's called a particular name. What are you saying there? I can't remember.
I can say go live with guests with the box like a square box. Then there's like a sun looking thing. Then there's one guest, and there's an X next to them. Then my name. Then your name.
No, at the top, at the topmost top.
It says popular live start go super fan. Because I've gone into that guest page. Sorry guys. We're gonna try and let me not back them in YouTube. Um I'm trying
So there should be something where you could modify your box.
I don't know, maybe.
So instead of having these 8 boxes, you could just have 1 or 2.
I used to be able to have 1 or 2 before. Countdown for all, board. Get started. Oh my goodness, I don't.
So maybe make yourself smaller again.
What did I do?
And then you go to where the template. Is it template? It's not template. It's board. Oh, I can't remember.
Okay, I've made myself
Do you see
smaller.
anything now at the?
I'm not even sure. Let me try and figure it out. Disconnect August. Let me disconnect August and hopefully I'll figure it out. Oh no, I did not figure it out. I'm trying to figure out something on TikTok. I don't want to switch my back camera. You're seeing my TV. I'm trying to figure. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm gonna answer all your questions. Don't worry. I'm just trying to figure out this my TikTok screen page. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. So we can. Okay. settings. Mm, drunkest less blah 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 blah. Settings. Hear your voice, no. Comment line, live recording, moderators. I don't even know. Yeah, I went to the boards. Boards. Now said use, cancel. I'm just trying to figure it out. Mm. It's there, but I'm sorry. I'm ready to. I'm coming. 1 minute. This is not bad. Okay, there should be settings, but maybe continue and check some more. Yeah, probably. I think I should because this is not even just helping my situation at this point. It's not really helping me at all, because I can't really figure it out at this point. Enhance effects, stickers, boards. It's just saving out to the boards. Yeah, I think I'll just continue. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's continue with the live. Let's continue with the live. I apologize, really. I really do apologize. I really apologize. Okay. So, okay. So someone on here is asking me, oh, I can't even swipe to the side. I like swiping to the side to make it bigger. Someone on Okay, there's no questions on there. Someone on YouTube has asked me that would I be able to go through some potential HR questions, please? I'm thinking of switching career into HR. And do you recommend doing HR masters course abroad? Okay. Okay, the first part of that question is, do I recommend you're thinking of switching it into HR? HR is a very lucrative, you're always busy. There will always be roles for you to do in HR because every organization needs an HR person and good, solid HR person as well that understands the law, understands the policies, especially what's it called? Changes in terms of immigration law when it comes to recruiting people and ensuring that people have the right things and the right standing to be able to be employed within the UK. So what happens with HR is that do I advise you um, doing a master's course abroad? I would say no. What I would advise you to do is do your CIPD. Do your CIPD instead of doing like a master's because with the CIPD, it gives you that practical exam or practical knowledge into what's it called HR. The CIPD is the recognizable is what is recognized for you to be able to work within HR within in the UK. So there are some master's courses that do come with the CIPD. If you do have a master's course that you can get your CIPD from, yes, do it. Excuse me, but if you don't, if you can't afford it, I would just advise for you to just do a what's it called, like distance learning CIPD course level 5 in HR, and depending on what side of HR you want to go, so you need to know what side of HR you want to go into. So are you going into recruitment? Are you going into change management? Are you going to organizational change? Are you doing straight up generalist HR? What area are you really thinking about doing in HR for you to then know, okay, this is the area I want to focus on. So you really need to nail down that aspect first with regards to with regards to sorry, with regards to starting your CIPD course. I apologize, my brain just went dead for some couple of seconds there. Yes. So you're asking if that would be recognized in the UK. That means doing your master's course abroad. Depends on the university. We do recognize international degrees, yes. But like I said, I would prefer and I would advise you to do a CIPD because that's the UK regulatory body for people that work in HR. Every organization now ask for you to have CIPD. Even if you have your master's, you will still need to have a CIPD to be able to work in the NHS. Or yes, even in the NHS as an HR professional, we will need some form of CIPD. Even if you've not started, you can always put in view. So that means you can always start up while you are either working or once you've before you start working. Yeah. So that's your second question. Yeah, it's recognizable, but it depends on the organization and depends on how they want to look at your international degree. It's really up to them, really. So you then asked me about any tips of supporting information. Okay. I think you also asked about interview questions. Oh my goodness, this my week is killing my head. It's so tight. Sorry, guys. Ah, the wig was killing me. It was so tight. Yeah. Someone on TikTok, before I continue with you, someone on TikTok asked me what area of HR I'm in. Sis, I'm a generalist HR person. So I do employee relations to recruitment. So I have kind of like a two-prong role that I do. I do a lot of recruitment and interviews. And part of my role as well is also doing a lot of employee relations and generalist HR. Then I also do a lot of change management stuff. So with the NHS, you do tend to have, when you have like a generalist HR person, you do nearly everything. Like my colleague in another place, she does everything as well from start to finish. But some of my other colleagues, they mainly just focus on HR. We're going through a change management process at the moment where we are thinking of kind of moving people to different sections of HR. So we're going to have like some focused people. You'll not really be generalists. You'll really just be focusing on employee relations and all that. So that's one of the things that they're thinking of in my organization. But yeah, my role now is very encompassing and it does help you what's it called, it helps you with your knowledge and helps you have a lot of transferable skills. Because I've worked in recruitment before, I'm able to now sit on a lot of more panels to help with interviewing and shortlisting and all that. So I'm really owning my skills on that, on those areas. I'm always up for helping them with interviews and shortlisting. So yeah, they always tend to call me quite a bit. And part of the reasons is because we'd like to do kind of have a very diverse panel. And I am a BME person, so it helps them in terms of having that dynamics and that kind of break or kind of dynamics for their panel. So yes, because I do a lot of generalist HR and because I do a lot of employee relations, when people do ask for freedom of information, especially when they don't get roles and all that. So we need to make sure that the panels that we do have are very what's it called, are very, very diverse. So yes, that's what I do in terms of my role. So yeah, I do. I'm quite busy at the moment. Yeah. You've done change management, business partnering, but focusing now on advisory and yeah, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that comes with advisory and employee relations. I'm hoping at on YouTube you're learning a lot because this is a very good area for you to learn. In terms of advisory and change management, yes, I tend to do a lot of that. I always have change management processes going on almost every time. So yes, it's a very busy area for us to do for generalists. HR advisory, it's also big in terms of you one today is not the same. Today they're asking you about maternity. Tomorrow they're asking you about grievances. They're asking you about annual leave. They're asking you about flexible working. So it's not the same day. Yeah. So generalist HR, you do tend to touch on everything, and also recruitment and pay and pension. Those are the kind of things that you do when you're an HR generalist. It's a very encompassing role. You do everything, and it kind of helps you broaden your horizon. And then maybe in a couple of years, then you can now say, okay, do you know what? I really want to focus on owning on this skill. Then you can then say, okay, yes, what's it called? I'm an expert in that field. But yeah, I love generalist HR, and I've been doing that for a number of years. Even though I'm thinking I want to branch more into recruitment, at the same time, I'm also thinking, do I want to do a bit of more transformation, change management? Because I had a secondment at one point where I did a lot of transformation work, which I really enjoyed. It was the fun side of HR in terms of making things, in a way, fun side, because we still had a lot of one-to-one interviews where people were not very happy about the changes that was happening, and we had to 2P in and 2P out and all those kind of stuff within that area. But most times, transformation is always seen as a good thing for most people. Yes, I did a lot of that. So yes, I think I've answered your question. I've finished answering your question, career needs. So I'm going to answer your question, Trishi for Christ, after I finish, after I answer some questions from YouTube as well. So I'm kind of doing it like a back and forth process. So yes, you wanted me to go through some potential HR questions for interviewing. We could go through some HR questions, but at this point, you're not even yet at that stage of you wanting to apply for roles. If you've applied for roles and if you have interviews coming up, yes, I would see the point of you, of me giving you some interview questions. But now that you've not even applied for roles, you've not actually moved into that area, or you're not actually even being interviewed currently, I don't see the point of me giving you all this questions. But I think what you need to know about interviewing for an HR person, it's a lot of case management, depending on what area you're actually going into, actually. So if you're going to be doing generalist HR, it's going to be about your cases, how you've handled situation, your communication skills. It's going to be more about dealing with clients and dealing with the employees and answering their questions and seeing how how your thinking skills work and how you navigate different areas of questions. So for a generalist HR person, you will be dealing with a lot of employee relations questions. So they'll be asking you about a scenario. There's always mostly scenario questions of how, when you dealt with a situation where an employee came to you and they had a grievance, and how did you handle it? Take us step by step the process that you did. Or they'll be asking you about change management, and also depends on what level you're on. On my level, it's more strategic questions that they would ask me. I think I came on here a couple of weeks ago. It's been a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months ago now, actually, to tell you about my interview that I went for, where I was asked 11 questions. Very tough questions, but I managed to secure that role. So yes, it's depending on those questions, and those questions were more strategic in terms of looking at the strategy and looking at how to place things in a better way for the organization, and what are you going to put in place and make things better. I think that's how I think the best way for me to put it for you. So really, interview questions really depends on the role, depends on the level and seniority of what role you're going for. So until you have that role set, we've been interviewed. I mean, you're being called for an interview. I wouldn't be able to go through questions, because there are loads of hypothetical questions I can go through that would not help you. So yes, we really need to be able to hone in on what's to do. So you're asked also that, do you recommend a short course to help me get into HR, paid or free? Because I would, like I said to you already, I would advise for you to do the CIPD. Look into the CIPD. There are loads of organizations out there that do online remote courses that you can do, and they are certified. So, but make sure that you get a certified organization that will be recognized by the CIPD organization. So make sure that that is on the top of your list of what you're doing when you're looking for roles in HR and trying to do courses for CIPD. Make sure it's a reputable organization before you give your money to anybody. Thank you so much, TikTok, for the taps and the hearts and all that. I really appreciate it. You're letting more people come into the live. Now we're 4 people. So yeah, we're better than when it was just one and just gifts that was here giving me likes. So yes. That's your question. I'm nearly done with your question too. Sorry with asking to, oh no, please ask questions, please. That's what brings engagement to the live and lets YouTube know that people are actually enjoying this live. So please ask your questions away. It doesn't really matter. If I can answer your question, I'll tell you I cannot answer the question, but just ask as many questions as you want to. Okay. So your next question is I don't really have any help with career transitioning currently and is struggling with gaining work experience too. So I think with that, the firstly, are you based in the UK? You need to answer me that question. If you're based in the UK, then we can talk about looking for ways to volunteer within the UK and looking for organizations that would let you volunteer with them, even if it's just to do admin work. That is the best way for you to get into HR. Doing some admin work, not minding to start from the ground up. That is the best way to do it while you're still studying. That is the best way to do it. Okay. So in terms of not having work experience, okay, you're based in the UK. So in that sense, what I would say is you need to really position yourself properly and ask the right questions and ask the right organizations. If you go online, I'm sure there are loads of organizations that might want cheap labor, want free labor for you to be able to help them with stuff. Especially in HR, we're always looking for admins that we don't have the budget to pay. So that's a way of you getting experience. And look at apprenticeships as well. If you find an organization, look at if they can sponsor your apprenticeship. That's another good way of you getting into the NHS. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I look boxy on. Maybe it's what I'm wearing. I look square on. Sorry. I look square on what's it called on YouTube. So yes. Okay. So Trish for Christ, I'm gonna go to TikTok now. So just stay on. I'm gonna answer your other questions as well. So just stay on. So Trish for Christ asked, hi, you're a radiography seeking an NHS role with COS. So with radiographers, they're looking for radiographers actually. If you go onto NHS jobs or track jobs, I'm just gonna go on there now because I do this every time I'm on live. If I'm going to go on track jobs at the moment now, let me see what roles they have for radiographers. That's not a nursing role. Let me see. At the moment, radiographer. Yeah, so there are loads of roles. I'm seeing medicine, DXA, clinical technologies radiographer is a band 5, and that comes with sponsorship because the salary is 31,000, so you only need 25,000 to be able to be sponsored. At the moment, how many roles? Okay, there are not many at the moment. There's another band 6 one as well. It's a nuclear medicine technologist radiographer at Royal United Hospital in Bath. The first one and that's band 6. The first one I talked about was in Swansea, Bay University Health Record Board. Then we have another radiography physics technologies band 6 in Liverpool. There's a radiography physics technologies band 5 in Swansea as well. I think that's okay. That's another role in Swansea. And there's a sonographer in Hildington Hospital. I think that's in London. That's a band 7. So there are loads of roles. So you need to be able to position yourself properly. I don't know how many years experience you have, Trish's for Christ. I don't know how many years of experience you have in radiography, but you need to be able to position yourself properly because these roles do come with COS and they're always looking for people in this role. These are really specialist role where you can be there to be able to help them. So just like looking for phlebotomist as well, we're always looking for phlebotomist. So that's another good one for most people, especially nurses, to have that kind of course underneath their belt. It does help you, especially people looking for roles in the NHS. So like band fours as well. If you're a phlebotomist, hot cake. Yeah. So yes. So Trish for Christ, Trish's for Christ. Yeah. So it depends on on what you're looking for with regards to your radiography degree. If you're a new starter or a new person that just got qualified and all that, I would suggest you start looking for the band fives and the band fours in radiography. That would be able to kind of give you like a bit of a soft landing into the NHS. So that does definitely help. So yes, career needs. Yeah, you said you'll be able to coach for interview. Yes, I do coach for interviews a lot. That's why most times when you don't see me on live is because I'm coaching people for their interviews. Maybe they have an interview the next day. And once they do have those interviews, I would definitely need to focus on my paid clients because they do pay me to help them to get ready for their interviews. So yes, that's why most times I'm not coming on live because I'm having my clients that I'm having to help, especially for interview coaching. With the supporting statements, I do tend to do that at night. And when it's a bit more quiet and my kids are in bed and all that, I can focus a bit more on those questions. I mean, on answering those questions and writing the supporting statement properly for people to. But sometimes, depending on how soon they need those supporting information, will determine how quickly I have to get back to them. And it does affect me coming on live. It does affect me doing my videos as well. So yes, if you haven't seen any video from me in the last couple of weeks, it's because I've been so busy with my clients. That's why. But I think I'm kind of leveling out a bit now. I think most of them have finished. I think I only have one more to do. I've finished with the application. So yes. Yeah. Could you, okay, Trish for Christ said, could you also please say if the health and care visa is still available for international radiographer? Yes, it's still available for you guys. So that's the visa that you would need to be able to get. A lot of organizations, I need to do my video about the organizations that are still sponsoring. I've done my script, I've done everything, but I just need to just sit down and film it. So yes, a lot of organizations, if they're recruiting for radiographers, they are going to sponsor. As long as it's a band from a band four upwards, they should be able to sponsor you because those are really specialist roles that we don't really have much people in. So yes, keep applying, making sure that your application is solid and able to pass through for the shortlisting stage for you then to be able to get shortlisted. If you do need help in terms of writing supporting statement, I do help people write supporting statement. If it's something that you want to do, my email address, I'm going to try and pin it, but I have to write it in a very funny way because if I don't write it this way, then I'm going to send it now. TikTok kind of filters it. So I'm going to try and pin it. I try and pin it. Oh, it's not letting me pin again. I can't pin it. I don't even know. I can't. Oh, I don't know what to do. I can't pin it. I tried to do something. I will pin my email address or put it on my thing, but it's not letting me do it. Uh so yeah, let me continue answering the questions. Yeah. Um okay, I think I've gone past. I'm coming YouTube. I'm going to go to one more questions. HR and NHS role. Oh, yes. Okay. Gifts. Thank you for so much for tapping. I really appreciate. Gifts is one of my all time viewers, it's always on when I come on live. So yes, I really do appreciate Gift a lot. I really do appreciate you, Gift. Always tapping and letting more people know about my live, trying to bring more people. So I think Trish, you are answering that you have 5 years plus experience. So yes, you're a very good candidate for you to be able to get a role within the NHS. So if you do need help, this is my email address. Send me an email with your telephone number, and we should be able to talk and see what services I can offer you. So yes, that is my email address. So yes. Um Thank you guys for all the gifts and everything. I really appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome, Trish, for Christ. You're welcome. So I'm back at YouTube now. Okay. Let me see, what questions do you have next? Okay, I'm back with you now. Mans, I don't even want to try and pronounce your name because I know I'm gonna make it horrible. So I'm just going to put Amurali. I will just say that part of it. I hope that's fine. Um, um, so your next question was, can I do level 5 CIPD without having NHS? Sorry, can I do a level 5 CIPD without having HR experience or HR job? Yes, you can do HR level 5. Sorry, CIPD level 5 without having an NHS. What I'm so used to saying NHS, without having an HR job or having any HR experience, because you would learn on the job. Not on the job. I think how to say it is that a lot of them have practical teachings that you'll be able to learn. So it's not necessarily about you having the experience, it's about you getting that qualification really. So I would suggest that you do that qualification, that CIPD level 5, and also try and get like an admin role. Even if it's not related to HR, try and get an admin role and try and help them to do their HR stuff, recruitment, try and help them to do their documentation, sending out letters, HR letters, asking whatever organizations you're working with, can I sit in your sickness review meeting with you? Can I do this in terms of anything relating to HR? Can you try and join them as much as possible? But the CIPD level 5, it's most time very hands-on, practical stuff. So you need to know, and you need to go to the right organizations to do it, to do that CIPD level 5. There's some CIPD level 5 that you can do it within 1 year. There's some CIPD level 5 that you will have to do within 3 years, depending on it, because a CIPD level 5 is an equivalent of an undergraduate course. So that's what you need to bear in mind in terms of the CIPD course. You need to bear that in mind, that the CIPD level 5, it's like a undergraduate university BSc BA honors course. So that's like the equivalent of it. And a level 7 is like a master's. So that's how you need to kind of quantify those courses. So yes. Um I think I've answered that questions. Recommend any specialties which is more likely to get it. Okay, so your next question is, do you also recommend any HR specialties which is more likely to get a job in the NHS? E.g. change. I can't really say that this one will get you jobs in the NHS, because the NHS is ever changing, is ever moving, is always moving around a lot. So I can't say go and do recruitment. What if your passion is not in recruitment and I tell you to go and do recruitment? You'll be so bored. You'll be so sad, because you need to enjoy what you do. I think one of my colleagues was saying that I am a true HR generalist, or I can't remember how she said it, in terms of, to me, HR is not just a job, it's my passion. I love it so much. I remember years and years ago when a couple of my friends, we worked together and we talked about we were both in HR, we are doing HR generalists and all that, and she was so bored of it. She didn't like it a lot. A lot, she did not like it at all. And she wanted to branch out into doing something else. Now she does something else in HR, which she does benefits, rewards and benefit. That's what she is. And she's making the big bucks. She works in the private sector and all that. She's making, this was when I was working in the private sector as well. This is like green-eyed Timmy, just finished uni, got in the job in HR and all that. So yeah, I was very happy about the role, and I loved HR generalist. I loved it so much. And I said I wasn't going to leave. I was going to stay there. I was going to enjoy it so much. And I enjoyed it. Up to today, I'm still enjoying it. Even though the pay for an HR generalist is not as nice as someone that is doing rewards and benefits. She's earning big bucks. Apart from the fact I worked for the NHS, even if she worked for the NHS and she was doing rewards, she would still earn more money than me, because journalists are not treated as nicely or are not being favored as nicely as normal other people, like recruitment managers and other people, transformation, change, those change management people, organizational development people. They're not treated as nicely as that. So generalists is like we're the sweepers of all the debts. We're the ones that pack all the SHIT. So we're the ones that do all that. We mop up the snots, we clean everything, we clean up. We're the cleanup crew. I think that's the right word for us. We're the cleanup crews because we do everything from recruitment to terminations. We do everything, and in between there, we do that. So really, you need to really know what area of HR you want to go into. If you know what area of HR you want to go into, that definitely helps and solves a lot of problems. That's stage one done. Once you know that area, that's stage one done. But you can also be like me, that I've tasted everything. So I've done recruitment. I've not really done rewards, actually, truthfully. I haven't really done rewards. I've done a bit of it, yes. Maybe I did a bit of it by doing some consultations and stuff like that, yes. But I've done recruitment, which I love. I've done generalist HR, which I love. I've done change management, which I love. I've done transformation, which I love. So I think I'm more of a generalist. I think, truthfully, I'm more of a generalist, even though sometimes the generalist HR does weigh me down, especially when I'm doing those sicknesses, disciplinaries, grievances. They do bring me down, especially the sickness, because I've had people being on sick leave and we've had to terminate them because of the length of time that they've been on sick leave. I've had a lot of people. I've had not a lot, but I've had people die while being off on sick leave and all that. So that emotional connection, because I'm a very involved HR person. So if you are under me and you're sick, I'm very involved, especially when I know it's like a terminal sickness or a really bad sickness, like that, like cancers and all that kind of stuff. I'm always very involved, as in I kind of take it on, and I want to look after you and make you as comfortable as possible, that work is the last thing on your mind, that your work is safe, but I'm still following policy, still checking up on you, making sure the manager is keeping those one-to-one constant contact and all that. They know me anyways at my workplace, and they know that I'm very passionate. And now I'm thinking, because I'm leaving them, I've been saying to the managers that I need to make sure that you guys are equipped enough to carry on this while I'm away, because I don't want to start here, because I'm going to be checking up on you guys. Even though I've left, I'll be checking up on you guys, and you guys can always call me and all that, um, to make sure that you follow the rules, and not follow the rules in essence, but follow what I've taught you on how to manage sickness, absences, capability, anything to do with working life of the work of the people, ensuring that grievances don't escalate to full-blown cases, ensure that you're nipping things in the bud as quickly as possible, ensure that the staff understand the gravity of what is going on, especially for making sure that they're looking after the patients properly, so they don't have to then come to disciplinary side of things. So yes, so I think with all that, I'm very, very involved. So I think I love my job. I love it so much, and I don't see myself doing anything else. it's a passion of mine. And I think, like my friend did say, I'm a generalist HR person. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure what you meant by the year is wrapping up, but in terms of the year wrapping up, at the moment we still have a couple of roles that we're still interviewing for. I have an interview, I think this week. I'm going to be interviewing this week as well. So yes, I think this is the last one we're going to do. I think I'm not sure if we have another one next week. This is the last one we're gonna. I think maybe the last one or the second to the last one we're gonna do. But by the end of next week, most people are not interviewing anymore until the new year. Like first and second weeks, probably second week in January, they'll start interviewing again and ramping it up a bit more quickly as much as possible. Yeah, so yeah. Someone wanted to know the cost for coaching. If you want to know the cost, you're going to have to contact me because I don't talk about pricing on here. So if you want to know the cost, if you're still here, email me at my email address. Um, then we can talk, and depending on what you need, then I can what's it called? Let you know what's that area would cost. But yeah, I don't talk about the price on here. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that now. I campaign with the guest post. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks so much, Karen. It's, yeah, I appreciate it. I've answered you about the coaching. I'm coming back to you on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much, Gift. You've even replied for me. Should I even make you my moderator? Answering for them. Oh, thank you so much, Gift. So yes, Gift, thank you so much. Gift, what would I do with you? What would I do with you? So yeah. So if you need to speak to me, please email me at the human resources playbook at gmail.com. That's where I would be waiting for your emails. So I'm back at YouTube now. What was your question? You've already told me that you're based in the UK. So what I would suggest for you to do is check on the websites on YouTube. There are loads of CIPD places. There are loads of places you can do your CIPD. So check there, and I'm sure you'll be able to find one that you'll be able to use to do your CIPD. Um, do I recommend any resources to brush up on employment law that's possible free to access? Google is your best friend. I think that's the resources. Google is your best friend. ukgov.org. I think that's what they call the UK website for the government websites. Yes, they do bring out a lot of immigration. If you even just type in employment law changes in the UK, and I think I even did a video in my channel at the beginning of this year about the current employment law changes. I think I actually need to brush it up actually now because I know we've had a couple of more changes to employment law recently. So I think I'm going to brush it up. I don't know if I'm going to do it as a shorts or as a full length video, but yeah, I'll see. Excuse me. Resources are always out there for you to be able to. Oh, thank you for the rose. I really appreciate. Oh, gift. Come on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. So yes, I actually have. I'm meant to be in another session at this point. Actually, 9 o'clock. I was meant to have left by now, but I'm gonna stay on for a couple of more minutes to help answer any questions. Um. Okay. Do I mind? I don't mind going through it, but also there are videos on my channel as well that has what's it called, that I've covered all this. There are two videos on my channel. I'm really There are two videos on my YouTube channel that I've covered in-depth supporting information from start to finish. You want to go and watch those videos. They are very, very helpful. Trust me, you would gain a lot and you would understand a lot about applying for your roles in the NHS, especially filling out that supporting information section. What I want people to realize, or what I want you to realize, is that, oh, thank you. What I want you to realize is that the supporting statement is not just the only thing that we use to shortlist you. And I think that's where a lot of people are just really focusing on things. The supporting statement is not the only place. We also use your whole profile. That's when I say to people that I need to check your profile, and that costs money as well. When I need to help you to check to make sure that your profile is correct, you need to ensure that your profile is right. If your profile is not right, that is 50% of you not being shortlisted. So 50% score for your supporting information, and then 50% is the rest of your profile. So from your previous experience to your registrations to your trainings that you've done. I'm trying to see the profile, to anything that relates to you answering that question and you filling out that thing, that application form. The NHS will use the application form to shortlist you. So it's not just having the perfect supporting statement, it's also having the right profile, the proper profile for you to be shortlisted, because we do score on those as well. So you not having the proper profile doesn't help you. You need to make sure that your profile is correct. We need to look at it properly to make sure that it's correct. So with the supporting information, Amarelli, you need to ensure that you are using the person specification to answer that question. Answer each of the box of the essential info and person specification, from the essential criteria to the desirable. Answer everything. Ensure that your references depends on, we would always prefer that, yes, than personal references. We would always prefer, sorry, I think I jumped into TikTok question from Gift. We would always prefer you to have references from a company person. If you've worked there, you should give us their work email address, not their personal email address. Give us their work email address for them to be able to, for us to be able to contact them, so that we know that is actually the correct person we're speaking to, and you've actually worked with that person. So yes. So back to you at YouTube. So the supporting information, what you need to ensure that is in that supporting information is the whole of the person specification. Do not miss out any of the bullet points. Answer each question, address each one of them properly. You need to address it properly. Yeah, you need to address it properly. So if where you've worked, they would have the right email address. Um, um, they would have a work email address. They should have work email address. It will have even if they would have the company email address there somewhere. There should be an official email for them, for you if you work in an organization. So if you work for me, for example, now I would email you from my email address. So I will tell you that if you work for me, that they'll send me a reference for you that works for me. They will send it to the human resources playbook at gmail.com. Um, even though it's not at my company name, it still signifies that it's at that place it's at that place that you've worked. It would have that name of that in one way or the other. It should have the name if it's a proper organization that has been set up properly. So yes. Username asks me, are you able to see what others have put in the reference about you? Do you need do you need their consent too? Um, to view it, I think I should be worried if you're worried about what people have put in your reference. So are you trying to say maybe you're not going to get a good reference from there? People we're not allowed to give bad references. We have to give factual references. And with the NHS, luckily for you, We only ask for factual references. So we'd ask for the start date, end dates, the job title. I think we ask for salary or banding? I think we probably ask for banding also. Then the next question is, would you employ this person again? I think that's where it kind of trips a lot of people out in terms of if they've gone to do something bad and they've left there on a bad note or something. So that's the only way that would probably say they might give a bad reference in a way. But in terms of references, we only ask for factual references, and that factual reference of would you employ this person again is either a yes or a no. It's only one. You have to take one. If you're not going to be able to employ the person again, then you say no. But you would then would have to come back to you to say, then recruitment will come to me to say, oh, tell me this person's we've done this reference and they've ticked that they will not employ the person again. What do you want us to do? Then it's up to me or up to the recruiting manager to call that person to find out why wouldn't you employ that person again. There has to be a reason. You can't just say no. You have to give us facts. You can't just be like the person was annoying or left abruptly. And even if you say the person did this, we would always ask for evidence as well. So they can't just lie. They can't just lie and just say the person is bad. We would ask for evidence. If they say maybe this person was dismissed on this whatever grounds, we would ask for evidence of that. Then when we have that evidence, we will call that applicant and let them know what they've said about you. That we've done your reference and your referee has said to us that they wouldn't employ you again. We've gone back to check with them and they gave this evidence. How are you able to corroborate this? Can you corroborate this? If you say no, that's not what happened, then we'll ask for your own side of the story. Then we'll look at it jointly to say, okay, on balance of probability, who is saying the truth? So that's how we counter bad references. They can't falsify a reference. They cannot falsify a reference. They need to give evidence. So the evidence we would ask for is the termination letter, which you also have to sign. The reasons for termination. If they've done an investigation, we would ask for them to give us like a management report or like the summary of the investigation that they've done. We would ask for evidence for us to be able to prove, and you would also be able to give and corroborate that evidence as well. Either refute it or admit to it. It's better if you've done something wrong somewhere and you admit to it, especially when it involves like DBS situations or anything that would come up in searches when we do like run a check on your name. Always say it up front. It's better because someone that's gone to PRISON doesn't mean that they cannot get employed within the NHS. No, they can still get it. As long as you've declared it and we've checked how long ago that happened, what was the reason for the offense. So people that committed offenses when they were in their teenage years, now they are 50. Sometimes those kind of records do come up and we'll just ask you about it. And then it's up to the manager to determine if they want to stay on or not. I mean, employ you or not. So yes. So you had a bad reference which was falsified. Was it were you employed were you going to go and work in an NHS organization? If you were going to work in an NHS organization, your recruiting manager would call that person to find out what was going on. We would call. In the case of the bad reference, do you still need consent from the referee to see the reference? You've already given us your consent by putting in the referee details. So whatever the referee details, whatever the referee that you put in for us gives to us, we're going to look at it, we're going to request it, and we're going to try and get to the bottom of it. We don't just say because they've given you a bad reference, you don't have an opportunity to defend yourself. You have an opportunity to defend yourself. So that's what the difference within the NHS. I don't know about the private sector. Even when I worked in the private sector, come to think about it, we always try and check. We always go to check to make sure that you haven't been lied on. because like you said, it might be falsified, might have left you in a bad way with those people that you left the organization. Maybe it was a toxic environment and you left and they were like, I'm going to deal with you kind of thing. So yes, depends on how you've left and depends on the evidence that have been provided to corroborate the reason for them saying what they've said. We have withdrawn offers, yes. We have withdrawn offers from people that we've employed, I mean, that we're about to give jobs because of references, yes. But that's after going through checks, because you will have an opportunity to request what we found and we'll give you a good reason as to why we're rescinding our offer from you. So, yeah, that's the difference between NHS. So, was it the NHS person that gave you a bad reference, or was it you were applying for an NHS role and they gave you a bad reference and they never checked to corroborate that reference? So that's what I want to know. Um, yes, NHS person. I don't know what organization you worked for. That's why most times it's not the managers that do the references. That's the mistake you've made first by letting your manager do your reference. You send your referee reference. Okay, lesson for everybody now. When you've worked in the NHS or when you've worked in any organization, make sure when they request a reference, send it to HR. Your company that you've worked for previously, just ask them, what is the HR email address? Because I need a reference for my organization. HR will do your reference. HR would, for my organization, anyways, we do a references for everybody within the organization. So if when it comes to that question of would you employ this person again, then HR will call your previous manager to ask, would you employ this person? Would they're asking for this? Okay, what we first do is we check on the system to make sure that there are no cases against you. That means any sanctions against you. So any disciplinary grievances, bullying and harassment, any conduct issue, capability issues, and all that. Your sickness records and all that. I think in NHS as well, we ask for sickness records as well. So when we check all that, we'll make sure that there's nothing there. We might then go to the manager to say, okay, we've just checked for this person's reference, and we've just last check to make sure that there isn't anything that you haven't yet updated on the system, and they're asking if you would employ this person again. They'll either say yes or no. If they say no, then we would ask them why. We don't just go because they said no and we just put it there. No, we ask why, especially when we've not seen any records on your folder. If, for example, you've been dismissed because of disciplinary or stuff like that, we will say no, because we can corroborate it by that evidence of the outcome letter of the dismissal. So yes. I think with your new organization that you were going to, if it was another NHS organization, you have an opportunity for something called a freedom of information. So you can always ask for what was said about you. So you can go back to them and say, I need to see my files. What was said about me in that reference? You can always go back to say, if you were bullied, you have a right to see what was written about you. Your new organization that you were going to had a right to tell you what they said about you from your previous organization if they rescinded the offer from you. So yes. You were bullied, hence the reason why you left. Did you raise a formal grievance about your bullying and harassment that you faced? Was there an investigation done? I will always say, don't just leave. Make sure you write it down. Make sure someone is aware of the reason that you're leaving. If not written down before you left in your resignation letter, make sure you do it at your exit letter. Oh, sorry, apologies. Sorry about this. I need to respond to my daughter. She's asking me a question. Um, Sorry about that. Yeah, so you have the right to know what's been written about you, especially when you're being bullied. Someone has to know. There has to be a record of it. It's written down somewhere so that you can go back and reference it. Now you don't have any record of it. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Don't let someone do your reference, especially when you've been bullied. The person is not going to be favorable to you. Always go to HR. Always go to HR to do your references for you. Okay. I need to go to my other lesson that I need. I'm nearly half an hour late already. Can managers say no to sickness due to health issues? If you have a really high level of sickness, that new organization or that new manager might be hesitant to employ you. Yes, they can say no, and they would have to justify to HR why they're saying no. If that's the reason why they are rescinding the offer. If it's high sickness level, they need to really explain to us how that would affect them because that might be seen as discrimination. Yes, is this yes? It's like a SARS is a sorry like that? Yes. So yes, you can always ask for it. Yeah, that's sorry, sorry. Yeah. So if they're saying that you can always ask for information from that manager to let you see what was written about you. Yes. Uh, but if there's a record of it, you should have something as well. If you submitted an email, you should use your email that you submitted for that bullying and harassment to be your evidence. Even if it was just discussions, I'm guessing in terms of discussions, you are thinking about mediation. About I'm guessing that's what that is because we would always try to mediate, even if it's cases of bullying and harassment. We always try to mediate first before we then go on to formal processes. So yeah. Yeah, so there should be a record of it. Even if it's discussion, there should be a record of it, and you shouldn't be penalized because of that. That's not good. That's not good. If the new organization did not take you on because of whatever your manager said about you, then you have a right to know what was said about you. And you have a right to challenge it as well. So yeah. So yeah. I hope I've answered all your questions. I hope I've answered all your questions. I'm just chatting this one. So yes, I guess no one else has any questions anymore. We've gone a bit different tonight from mostly what's it called? For mostly recruitment section, we've now gone more into ER, employee relations side, which I do love. But because I've been talking so much, my mouth is actually hurting me. And I still have another meeting I have to go and join now. So yes, anybody has any more questions? So if you've not yet followed me and you're my live, follow me on my TikTok, follow me on my YouTube, where I have loads of videos about NHS recruitment and selection and things like that. Interview prep, interview questions and answers, benefits of working with the NHS, things not to say within when you're for your in your interviews or what not to write in your application forms and all that. So yes, do well to go and watch my videos on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Binge watch my channel on YouTube. There are loads and loads of videos on there for you to be able to enjoy. So yes. I don't think anybody else has any question, and I'm really late for my other clients. I'm really, really late. I need to message them and apologize. If there's no more questions, I think I'm going to have to leave because I've done like 1.5 hours that I didn't even think I was going to be able to do today because of the engagement that happened at the beginning of the live. So yes. So thank you everybody for staying around. Hi Trisha. Thank you so much for staying around. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the likes, especially Gift that has given me nearly 15,000 hearts. Thank you so much, Gift. I really appreciate you. I really do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also to my YouTube watchers as well. Thank you for staying on. I really appreciate it. You did well. You did well. You were very engaged as well. Lots of questions on there as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do try to come on live every Monday. I really do try my best. But if I do have clients that need my help, especially for interview prep, they would take precedence over coming on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook Live. So yes, hence the reason why sometimes you see me and sometimes you don't. I would definitely try my best to be more consistent on my live, to make sure that I'm engaging with you guys more. If you do have any questions about anything else, anything to do with in recruitment, even employee relations, like username 321 has had a lot of questions about employee relations. Please do well to send me an email. I offer that consultation services as well because he has gotten free consultation tonight. Yeah. So yeah. So if you do need my help with anything, this is my email address. I think Tricia has it already. Yeah. Um, the Human Resources Playbook at gmail.com. Please send me an email and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. I usually get back to people maximum 24 hours. I'll call you. Maximum in 24 hours, I'll call you. But yes, do you like the live? Thanks for liking the live, especially Gift that's giving me so much hearts with this. I really appreciate it. Do go onto my YouTube channel, watch my channel, and if you do need that consultation service, email me at the Human Resources Playbook for interview prep, supporting statement information, writing. I'm checking your profile as well, just to make sure that it's right and you're able to be shortlisted. Until my next time, when I do come back here to bring more insight into recruitment, selections on NHS jobs. Take care and have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye.